Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to do something a little bit different. A couple weeks ago I posted a video that was meant to encourage high school English teachers. It's just a really short video. This is going to be another short one that is just to encourage writers who are either new or young. So if you're in high school and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm reading all these great works and I'll never be able to be that great myself, or if you are just starting with writing, I wanted to put forward some of the poor decisions that great authors have either made or almost made to hopefully be an encouragement to you as you are working on your own craft. Everybody starts out making ridiculous mistakes, or at least everybody doesn't always write beautifully and correctly. So just first on this little list that I've made of, fails. The first one is from Charles Dickens. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Charles Dickens. I love him so much. You'll actually notice, I wasn't planning on this, but you'll see these two books back here are both Charles Dickens. I love his work in general. But there is a line in Little Dorrit when he says that a character is of the prison prisonous and of the streets streety. Streety. I don't know if you heard that, but that is absolutely ridiculous. So even the best people make kind of weird mistakes. At least I think that that's a mistake. I'm probably gonna get some heat for this video, but that's okay. I'm gonna just stick with it. Dickens is on here twice, actually, not because he's a poor writer in general, but because I'm more familiar with him, and he's kind of like my buddy, if you will. So in A Tale of Two Cities, this is not a spoiler because it's really a brief sort of thing. In A Tale of Two Cities, Lucy has more than just little Lucy as a child. She also has a son who dies tragically. Now you'd think this would be sad. It's supposed to be sad, that's for sure. This kid gets sickness, I guess. It's sort of in a montage style scene. And the way he says farewell is one of the most melodramatic, non-3-year-old things to say. I don't have it in front of me, but it's something very similar to, "Goodbye, farewell, Papa and Mama, and my dear, pretty sister, but I am called, and I must go." What? If you are 3-ish, you're not going to speak that way. Now, you'll probably say, well, Dickens was going for a certain mood anyway. Maybe that's so, but I can't take that scene seriously. Bless you, Dickens, but that's absurd. The next one on this list is Moby Dick. Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Oh my gosh, I almost had a moment there. Moby Dick has a lot of really magnificent moments, but then it has other moments, like 2 chapters, right in a row, about the measurement of the heads of whales. It's the sperm whale head first, and then it's the right whale head next. And those are literally what the entire chapter is about. Just the measurements of the skeletons of whale heads. He goes over that several times as well. It's not like people don't have an idea of how big these whales are. I know this was before you could just Google a picture. But seriously, just the heads, just both kinds of whales, is that really what we need? No, I say. We do not need those things. Victor Hugo in Les Mis is the next one. There are transcendently beautiful passages in Les Mis, ones that just make you want to cry and change your life for the better, and all of that. But if you've read Les Mis unabridged, you know that at crucial moments in the plot, he will get so excited about some random tangent that he will go off after it for dozens of pages, dozens. Like the famous sewer tangent. He tells you the whole layout of the sewers. He talks about the Battle of Waterloo for a full 70 pages, and that doesn't even take place within the confines of the plot. These are moments when you want to know, is Jean Valjean alive? And Victor Hugo, for all of his excitement about these things, won't tell you. He won't tell you until he's finished telling you about how the nuns have been involved in education, or what have you. So that also, I would say, was a mistake. The next one, I have 2 more, The next one is from Hamlet. I know, I have a whole series on Hamlet. I am Hamlet crazy. But sometimes Shakespeare writes in this unnecessarily confusing way. So there's a line when Gertrude, Hamlet's mother, says, this bodiless creation ecstasy is very cunning in. I don't think any person talks like that. It sounds like a random collection of words and is really difficult to follow even for somebody like me who's quite educated and used to reading some Shakespeare. So I feel like he could have improved a line or two in there somewhere. And then finally, you will perhaps notice, let's move out of the way so you can see there in the bottom shelf. I am a huge Tolkien fan as well. Lord of the Rings, very specifically, is my favorite. But the character Frodo was almost named something else. His name, I kid you not, was originally Bingo. Bingo, like Bingo was his name-o. And then when Tolkien started realizing how intense the story was going to be, he thought, Bingo, that's dumb. I gotta change it to something that has more gravitas. So Frodo has slightly more gravitas, and so that's what he went with. I use these examples as encouragement, I hope, for you, and also to show you that even if you make a mistake, you can still write something that is truly great. I have cried over these books. My life has been changed by some of these books that have these problems in them. They transcend the problems that exist. So if you are new, if you are struggling, if you are young and you're thinking, I'll never be as good as the greats, remember, even these incredible works still had some issues and managed to be truly outstanding in spite of those. So I hope this was encouraging to you. If you liked this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to my channel if you want to get notifications that I am posting something new, post new videos on Mondays. I hope to see you there.